Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of Monday, September 12th to Sunday, December 18th, which is my birthday. So I'm going to try to stay grounded for this Astro Forecast. So for Monday, we are starting off the week as a third quarter phase. So we're moving into the dark side of the moon. We're past that full moon phase, and we're starting to lose light. So this is a week where we also have 6 planets in retrograde right now. So there's not going to be a lot of oomph maybe to move ahead in your life, or maybe you're feeling kind of stuck because you want to move ahead. This is a great time to get some support, especially with the feelings that you're having, and really kind of being very introspective at this time. Healing, this is lovely energy for healing. So just keep that in mind for this week. So Monday, September 12th, we start off the week with a Sun in conjunct Saturn. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. So the Sun is in Virgo, and in conjunct, meaning a 150-degree angle, meaning there's this need to adjust for the responsibilities in our life and our responsibilities to everyone. So this actually feels like our Sun, which is Virgo, being of service. We are just kind of feeling maybe a little overwhelmed by our responsibilities, or an imbalance between what we want to do and what we have to do. So this is a time where you kind of need to take some time off, or maybe practice boundaries and saying no, because that's going to come in to help you kind of just readjust your timelines, readjust your energy and resources, where you need to go and how you need to get there. So this could be also because of this retrograde, Mercury retrograde right now. You could be feeling like you're just giving so much, or you're trying to keep everybody in balance. We're back into schedules now, and there's a lot going on. The world is kind of going back to the way it was before COVID, but we still have COVID. So there's just a lot going on. Give yourself some space and place to say no. It's okay to say no for yourself. Tuesday, it's going to be a bit of a rough day moon-wise. We have some fixed energy coming in here. Moon square to Pluto as well for this day. Moon's in Taurus, which is a fixed sign. So we can be feeling like maybe we're not enough, or we're feeling like we're just overthinking things, being in a kind of a cycle where you can't let go of things. So this is a great day to breathe, to meditate, and to let go of things, and to focus on what can you focus on? What can you change in your life? Because what you focus on grows. So if you're focusing on anxiety or a fearful future or something in the past that you can't change, nothing good lives there, right? We want to stay in the present moment. Friday, September 16th, this is Venus square to Mars, and the moon is going to come to join Mars. So this Venus square to Mars, this can feel irritable. What we love and value and where we want to go aren't aligned. So we're sort of feeling like we're too far away from what we want, or maybe we can't afford what we want. Venus is in Virgo, which is about being of service and doing the right thing and being in control, wanting to control everything. And Mars is in Gemini. Gemini is a mutable sign. Things are changing really fast, and we're almost having a hard time staying on top of everything that's changing. This can be things in the world. This can be in your life. This can be things that are outside of your ability to change them, right? This aspect, whenever I see a square to Mars in the chart or in the planets, it's a right timing aspect. You're not able to move forward right now. You want to. This can be really passionate energy as well for getting things done, feeling creative. We're wanting to get this energy out in some way. So good for working out, great for sex and passion. Having that this can be a really spicy day. For that. So strong desire, increased sex drive. There can be some relationship tension. This can also be competition. So be careful if you're feeling like you're in competition with people who don't even know you're in competition with them, that you're not in competition with anyone. You are on your own journey, and the people who need you will not go to other people because they need you. So on this day as well, adding to this energy is the Sun opposite Neptune. So the Sun is our vitality and our energy, and Neptune is in in Pisces. The Sun is in Virgo. Neptune is in Pisces, retrograde. So then Neptune, oh my gosh, Mercury is my ruling planet as a Virgo, and being in retrograde, I'm feeling it already. Okay. So thank you for being kind. With the sun opposite Neptune, this can feel like a really foggy time. This is not a time to make big decisions, especially with Mercury in retrograde. It's not a time to try to control everything. This is going to be confusion, possibly deception, insecurity, discouraging. We can feel like there's ego conflicts, right? The sun in Virgo is, I know what I got to do. I know what you got to do, right? It's a little bossy, and it's, it's wanting to get things done and be organized and disciplined. And Neptune's like, no, 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 no. You are letting go because you are flowing with the universe timing, not your timing. And you are being more spiritual and listening to your intuition. So this axis of Virgo Pisces is about control, discernment, and being spiritual, but also boundaries and using your resources wisely, right? This is about being of service and doing things for humanity, right? And spiritual evolution. It's healing. This is a very health conscious axis, healing the body versus healing the spirit. When we heal one, we heal the other. And we are also practicing not being controlling everything, right? We're trying to flow with change. When something isn't working out, especially with Venus square to the moon and Mars on this day, this can feel like you're just getting frustrated because you want to move forward in some way. So on Friday, this is a great Friday to take off, to just have a lower workload for the day, and to really just kind of flow with change. It's not going to be a day that's going to go exactly like you planned it to. So leave space, extra space to kind of fight fires. Today's going to be a firefighting day in terms of last minute details and things that need to get done. And you know what? Use your discernment with where you are saying yes and where you're kind of starting to have some boundaries. This is bringing me to a topic that's been in the news quite a bit. It's called quiet quitting and quiet firing. So quiet quitting, and I think it's such a fallacy, and it actually kind of makes me annoyed, because quiet quitting means that you're just doing your job. Why is that quitting? That's not quitting. That is actually like doing your job. And I think we've been in a world where we've been so productive and going so hard that employers have been used to us working like 10 hours a day, being available at all hours of the day on our cell phones. So quiet quitting just means actually having boundaries. And I hate whoever coined the term, because it's not quitting. It is actually doing the job. This is the original job, but we've spoiled our employers by doing so much more that now they've coined it quiet quitting, which is not, you're not quitting. You're just not doing more than your allotted job, and you're saying no, and you're turning off your cell phone, and you're doing all those things, that actually are allowing you boundaries to have more energy to live life, right? You didn't come here to just work your job and then retire at 65. Like, no, you came here to have balance in your life. So I hate that term, quiet quitting. And then quiet firing is a completely different term, meaning that the employer doesn't give you the important tasks and communication and give you things that keep you engaged in hopes that you will quit. Right? It's so nefarious. Like the two are not even matched up. This feels like so patriarchal, and it makes me mad. So what I'm going to say is, this is a great day, Friday, September 16th, to learn how to have boundaries with work and to save enough energy so that you can have a life as well. So it's not about not doing your job. Yeah, do your job and do it well. But also, when you used to maybe give the 110 or 120%, maybe pull back that 10% and allow that extra energy for things that really fill you up with joy. And then the next major aspect is, well, it's actually not, oh yes, there is two major aspects on Sunday, September 18th, which is my birthday. So the sun will be in Cancer, the moon will be in Cancer. It's a very sensitive, intuitive day. This Mercury is going to be opposite Jupiter. And this Mercury opposite Jupiter is kind of been in play for a little while. It happened on September 2nd because Mercury is retrograde. And now we're seeing the kind of the backslide of it. So whatever we did on September 2nd, we're going to see it in a new way now. And whatever we learn and understand from it, review, reassess, realign, we are going to then reap the rewards of it when this aspect happens again on October 12th. Mercury will be opposite Jupiter again. at that time, because Jupiter is also retrograde, Mercury's retrograde, and everybody's going slow. 6 planets going slower than the Earth right now. This is not a time to charge ahead. This is a time to introspect, to heal, to get some sport, to therapy, writing, journaling, meditating, all the things, right? Interesting that my birthday falls on an introspective time. Now, we call it in astrology a solar return. Your sun is returning back to the position that it was at. So if you pull a solar return chart, which is a snapshot at the exact moment that the sun returns back to the degree and minute you were born, that gives us a snapshot of the year ahead. So we can start to see what is going to be in your chart, what is kind of the themes for that, for this year, based on that chart. And it's really interesting that I have 6 planets in retrograde, because that means this is not a time in my life to be going full bore ahead and doing a whole bunch of stuff, which is very interesting. So you can notice for yourself, if you're listening to the astro forecast around the time of your birthday, pay attention to what's happening in the sky. There's going to be themes of that for the year ahead, and you get to use it to make your life amazing. Right? This isn't a time where the universe is trying to push me down because I'm not meant to go fast. This is time where I'm meant to build foundations very well, right? You see how you can always reframe it in a way that is meaningful and kind to yourself. So Mercury opposite Jupiter, this is about over-promising, over being too optimistic, talking too big of a story. These are great big ideas, great for planning and like mapping out big audacious hairy goals, right? BHAGs, as they call them. What are you talking about on September 2nd? And how have those big ideas and big plans come to fruition now, or you see them in a different way at this point in time? And then this is less about people pleasing, more about not over-promising as well. And where are you giving of yourself in a way that it's disadvantaging yourself? So that's an important theme. And remember, because of this cycle, we're going to get to see this play out. So September 2nd was the first hit. September 18th is the next hit. And then the last hit will be October 12th. So these are 3 steps along this path of this cycle. You did something on September 2nd. You're going to see it in a new way on September 18th. And you're going to reap the rewards of whatever you did on October 12th. So if you do the work, you'll get rewarded very well. So really take this time to think about, what were you doing on September 2nd and how do you see it differently now? And then a really lovely aspect for this day is Sun trine to Pluto. So Pluto is about death, rebirth, and transformation. And it is really refinement in the shadow and understanding what we came here to do, right? It's our kind of our soul mission, if you will. And the sun is our vitality. It is our egoic will. It's the way that we show up in the world with our identity. So these two are working very, very well together. This is fantastic for research, for digging deep into the soul. This is great for healing, for therapy. Now, Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. So this is about, where have we kind of devoted ourselves to structures that are no longer serving us, right? Where have we kind of aligned with some of the things, especially from our childhood, that we're like, no, that doesn't belong to us now. And we get to use this energy to really transform and light us up, right? These are butterfly wings spreading deep, spreading wide, spreading out. Oh my God, retrograde. So intense, deep experiences, great for research and fact finding, starting new regimes. So starting new health regimes, right? Sun in Virgo, about being healthy. This is great for working out, getting this energy out of you, introspection, writing, kind of really digging deep into, catharsis, if you will. And be careful not to go to extremes with this, because you can feel so like, oh, Pluto is very powerful energy. So with Sun trine to Pluto, we might have a tendency to overdo it. And with the Mercury opposite to Jupiter, man, do we want to go? We want to go hard. We want to go big. We have big ideas. We want to do all the things. And you might overcommit yourself and find yourself a little bit taxed out for next week. So being careful. So what a great forecast, with these 6 planets in retrograde. Not a time to speed ahead on things. Really go slow. If you're traveling, take your papers with you, take extra patience, take an extra book with you, and just go with the flow, man. This is not a time to push forward. This is a time to really just flow with the energy that's presenting. And if something isn't working, There's a reason why it's not working. There's an opportunity for what is not working. It's right timing you for something else. What can you learn to make it better when it is time to move forward? All right. Wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and have the best week. Bye.